Jose flew in here from Florida, and he's been talking to me for about a year, trying to figure out whether he should be here or not. But one of his comments was, he said, "I'm hopeful." So I want you to write this down. Hope is not a strategy for success. Now, I know you all may have felt like, well, I hope this works out for us, all right? I'm just telling you, 38 contracts have been through this program. Nobody's asked for their money back. Over $330 million worth of federal contract awards. Why is that? We don't rely on hope. Get that idea out of your mind, okay? You don't hope to get another contract. You get another contract. You make it happen. That's what you're here for. You're here to create a great legacy. And we're going to give you the tools, the templates, the scripts, everything you need to do it. Look, you're a businessman. Don't get caught up with the idea that you've got all these springs and gears and jewels that you've invested in. You know, recognize that you're in business and you can do anything out there. You're a middleman. Whatever they need, doesn't matter what they need, if you can provide it, then to their level of satisfaction or expectation, go ahead and do it, right?
I've been through a lot of things over the years, seminars to help you, you know, the whole Dale Carnegie type philosophy of dealing with people. And, you know, I find myself falling back into, you know, well, I'm going to do it my way and getting stubborn. And I think that was a big reminder for me how important, how we approach people. You can change the approach to someone and you can, you know, it can make all the difference in the world. As far as the mechanics of working with the government, I've done a lot of government work, but you can always learn stuff. There's so much information here, I'm still trying to process it, like Cliff said. I mean, I got to walk away from this, I got to study it, I got to think about it. I would come back and bring my team back, because I think it's just a lot of information in 3 days' time, and long days, but no regrets for coming.
I thought it was real salesy, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Doug's
trying to sell a workshop.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, you're quick, you're sharp. I think you do a great job of it. I don't want to, you know, you're selling yourself, your services, there's no doubt about it. So I was turned off by that, no doubt. I was also turned off by the high reward, you know, like you had said, Ike, 60% return, you know. If it seems too good to be true, it is too good to be true. You know, whether you would call that head trash or not, I'm not sure, but that stuff kind of turned me off right off the bat. Bob had really, you'd made an impression on Bob. You had hooked him pretty good. So I was willing to listen to it, and I was willing to at least be open-minded about it. But my initial impression was, geez, you know, what are we getting ourselves into? So, right. Yeah, we haven't done any Fed contracts yet. We actually, our first one went in yesterday because we got one going even before we came to the shop. My thought process was, all right, if we're going to do this, let's go all in. Let's start bidding them. I mean, why not? You know what I mean? I don't want to do this half, you know, rear end it, right, and then not get anything out of it. So what did I get out of it the most? Just that it's possible, you know, just because I think I had a little bit of an idea of, you know, the Fed, why mess with them? It's a headache. You know, this guy's done this, you hear horror stories, or, you know, why deal with those headaches? It's not worth it. Right. And I think what I took from it is that it's possible. And also, just because they say something is true doesn't necessarily mean it's true. You know, because you also have that
rule, there's exceptions.
Yeah, you also have that kind of mindset. Well, if they say it's true, and that's not the case. So
one of the things that I could touch on here is a lot of these guys have been in contracting with the federal government, have some experience. I don't have any. I had a month ago, before I came here, I had a knowledge of the government. I purchased when I was in the military, and I've been dabbling with our company's GSA schedule, trying to manage all that. I had a lot of, plus consultants, other consultants, had a lot of knowledge of the government, but no idea how to contract with them.
Right.
Now, with no contracting experience, I've really shifted my whole thought process. I mean, I put out a proposal earlier. I was out there on a computer getting in a bid that needed to be in by 2 o'clock today.
Right.
So, you know, in that respect, it's here. I feel like the support's here. I feel like I did the best, made a good choice, and no matter what happens, I got you guys on my team to
For me, it's just opened up the opportunities that are available. And where I've gone from a problem where I couldn't find work to even quote,
Right.
to now I'm trying to figure out what jobs I want to focus on.
You've been here twice
Second
now.
time.
What do you tell people about the second time?
The second time is the first time is, like I said before, is drinking from a fire hose. I mean, you just can't possibly absorb everything that's coming out because it changes from time to time based on where you are. Okay, so you're going through your story, and then you key on something that somebody's asked a question, and it goes off on what most people would call a tangent, but it's relevant, and then it comes back in. It may come back in later, but it's all relevant.
So what do you tell somebody that's trying to figure out whether they should come here or not?
For me, I would just tell them, at this point, I don't feel cheated at all. Yeah, you know what I mean? I don't. Would I say it's 1 to 1, 5 to 1, 100 to 1, a million to 1? I have no idea. I really don't. I'm the type of person that I'm going to base that on the results. And in 2 to 4 months, I might email you or call you and say, Doug, this thing's worth $1 billion. I have no idea. But I can say I don't feel cheated. I mean, I feel like it was a lot of good information. I feel like it was a lot of good resources, stuff we can run with. And the most important thing is, like you've obviously said, we have to apply it.